Let's see how well this is going to work out for them this time with the action from the Mars. I mean, overall, Na'Vi's lineup, this DK, this Death Prophet, they are going to be able to take towers pretty early on in this game. Do you think Vikings got enough to sort of slow down this early sort of ball that Na'Vi could get rolling?
It's going to take a lot of good play, I feel like, from Toby being set up on these towers. I think his role is going to be ever so important. I feel like Na'Vi, they're going to start dictating the pace of this game pretty early on with what they've drafted, and they're going to keep going. They're not going to let up. Viking, I don't really see them having these phenomenal ways to D-push. I think their best actual form of D-push might actually just be that spear and just an arrow from Mirana, like arrow onto the catapult, which sounds kind of ridiculous, but they really have like no way to just spam out when Na'Vi does set up on those towers. So they have to look to just take the fights outside of them, which they don't really have a great fighting lineup either. It definitely feels like it's going to be hard in the early game for Viking.
I mean, what do you sort of think of the lane setups? Is there anywhere that you think Viking is going to have that sort of power to get those early fights going in the laning stage and favoring themselves?
Well, mid lane's always nice because Boom is in a free farm lane. I think it's always nice when you have Ember versus DK because the matchup is what it is. You're just giving Ember a free lane at that point. Then he can just have all of the world for his game. Let's see. I don't know. Their lanes don't really look that great. Besides that, to be totally honest with you, I actually really like Na'Vi's lane setups.
Yeah,
I mean, in either of the setups that they do have on the side lanes, I feel like Na'Vi's just going to come out pretty nice on them. Venge Drow on one side and Tusk Death Prophet on the other ones versus the Life Dealer Chen. It just feels real strong from Na'Vi on all fronts.
And obviously this is the way that Vikings chosen to do it. Would you agree this is the better way to have it with the Life Stealer up top and the Mars down bottom?
Yeah, they have to have this type of matchup because then they can actually threaten the Drow at all. Otherwise, I feel like they could have never threatened Drow and Shad just gets nothing. So this is definitely the best lane setup that Viking have, but I feel like Na'Vi's fine in this.
Sure, and for the most part, is Aramis just going to have to stay, like, is he going to stay in this lane with Toby, or is he going to be able to leave Toby alone and look for moves around the map?
Oh God, I think he has to stay down here, but this lane might actually just get too hard too fast. I feel like Toby just getting there delayed to the lane might have already costed him the lane. I feel like they just commit on Toby right now and they kill him. And they're going to. They're already looking for it.
Yeah, he's got to be careful on the Mars here. He's stepping up. They're going to try. There we go, opening up with the magic missile. Vincere chasing him down. He's going to have that multi-shot to finish him off, and there we have it. Aramis tries to jump in to block some of the hits, but it's not going to work. As Vincire's already got himself that first blood.
And now it's the question of what does Aramis want to do with his time? Does he want to stay down here to try to help his Mars, what feels like it might not help at all? Or does he want to look to move around the lanes and try to help? Because I think this is going to be a big problem for them. Toby is so important for their draft, it feels like, and I feel like he might just not have a game after this.
I mean, he's going to be level 1 whilst the Drow's pretty much, well, 1 creep away from level 3.
Oh,
and they get the range
creeps. Oh, God. This is...
At least one of them.
Only one.
One of them decided to turn back towards the lane.
Okay, so I feel like the big thing for Viking is really going to be eyes on Boom in the mid game to help the lanes. Because I feel like, we're already seeing the problems that are going to kick off.
Yeah, without a doubt, this bottom lane is... I mean, a Drow at the start against any of these heroes, especially with Avenge. It's just, look how much damage you can just trade so easily.
It gets so bad so fast, too. That's the scary thing. It's like every level hurts that much more. And Toby, he can't miss like a single one of these last hits that he's given. He has to get every single one of them, him and Aramis.
Big pressure.
Arrowing those range creeps perfectly, but now Toby has to be very careful how he stands in the lane. I mean, he just might die again.
Yeah, they're both of them. Very, very low. There's going to be a multi-shot available.
Might be able to kill both.
They're both dead. But if he can get the multi-shot on him, and there it is. They are both dead. This bottom lane could literally not be going any worse.
I think Toby just start pulling, do some crazy pulls for yourself or something, and just let Mirana play her own game, because this is a completely lost lane bottom. You can't lane down here anymore. And top also, look at the way the Lifestealer's doing too. This is like I said, Navi's lanes, all their lanes are just great. And I'm actually seeing Boom, he's not coming out as free farm in mid lane. Iceberg's actually contesting him.
Well, you feel like an Ember should Why do you feel an Ember should be able to farm easier than a Dragon Knight early? Like, what is it?
He can't break Flame Guard. You just Flame Guard and push the wave in. He can't break it. And then you always have pretty similar damage, you know, with your like Wraithband Quelling Blade plus your Flame Guard. You should be able to secure your last hits, but Iceberg's owning him now. 24-8 to 18. I've never seen a DK actually take it to an Ember like that.
Bottom. I'm going to try and come back in onto the lane. We'll see how long they're able to last down here again this time, as it's not been a safe space to be.
I mean, they're just going to keep Aramis down here to at least get Toby some experience, but these two are going to be really weak. And now Shad dies too. Oh, sorry, Celery dies. I thought Lifestealer died for a sec. I was like, oh god. I really want to see Aramis just move, to be honest with you. I guess maybe, okay, after the bounty runes, at the very least, he needs to get out of this bottom lane. He needs to secure his Lifestealer farm, because Shad's not free farming at all. I feel like top they can actually set up for some kills.
I'm in level 5, about to be hit on V-Tune. I mean, already it's hard. When he's level 6, like, this lane's over, right?
I mean, this lane's over. This lane's
I mean, sure,
over.
it's already, yeah. It's already.
Okay, let's see. Aramis, so we have Catapult Wave is coming in. I think he has to arrow Catapult, so they just are going to lose a tower. So he'll walk mid, he'll arrow mid Catapult to bail out Viking of a Boom in a bad situation, and maybe just move bottom and arrow that Catapult as well. I think that's actually his best move he's got in the game at the moment. Like we said, they have no wave clear, really, on their draft, so that actually is their best way of stopping these pushes. So he's lining up, arrow away, bottom Catapult taken out. So Aramis, he's done his job in these first 5 minutes, in my opinion. Maybe not entirely, but he's done, you know, one of those big things of stopping the tower pressure at least. And that, you know, the fact that I'm saying all this is not a good sign that that's their tower push. That's the way that they stop these pushes.
Is under attack.
Aramis. So supposed to be a little careful around these twos. How's levels? Yeah, V-Tune with this and the siege creep. He's pretty much going to be 6. Get the arrow.
Catch
always
the arrow.
Fly.
They might get turned and just killed for going for this Venge, though.
They're not killing the Venge.
They're not even going to kill the Venge. And they're going to lose a courier.
That is Courier!
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, no, the Courier! I mean, he's going to wait. He's going to make us spend some time, but the multi-shot, it's in. He's dead again. 0-3-0. V-Tune level 6.
Owen, they've lost all 3 lanes quite handedly into a very strong early game lineup of Na'Vi. The Vikings gonna need
V-Tune's 3-0-1.
some big stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god, we saw how good of a game V-Tune had last time, and you know, he didn't even get anywhere close to this sort of start. This time he's good luck Viking. This is gonna be a tough one.
Lifestealer can't lane. Shad has pushed out a lane. General's level 6. All 3 lanes have actually been abandoned. Toby is getting the wave that's pushing in bottom, but they've pretty much been to the point of abandonment.
Oh, we're saying already, right, this lineup from Na'Vi, the push that's going to come in. I mean, they lack the wave clear. I mean, when you don't have even heroes with levels and items to step forward to the wave, you're going to really struggle to hold against the pushes.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool approach what Boom just did there, you know, with the Flame Guard, and he leaves a defensive remnant, and he just uses the Flame Guard to burn the wave. That can actually be one of the better ways for them to defend versus these pushes. But the push is going to come on all fronts. Look, V-Tune's hitting bottom. They're hitting mid with the DK. And they're also going to start hitting top with General. He pops the ult. All 3 towers getting sieged. How can Viking react? They can't.
Seller has to TP out of this top lane. Yeah, to TP all the way back to base. There is a DD rune in the river. Boom. He's going to be able to grab that for himself.
They have to pick a lane here to defend. You can't split your resources across all 3 on the side of Viking. They have to try to capitalize and punish at least one of them here. Otherwise, this game is gonna get impossible very quickly.
General. It's gonna get gone on. They've got the arrow. They've got it.
There we go.
General was playing extremely aggressive there with the exorcism, going behind the tower into the whole army of Celery. Okay. The slow and the damage from the lightning creep.
And Boom did the same thing again. Flame Guard puts a defensive remnant, eats the whole mid wave, and then just jumps back. So, okay, they're finding tools at least with their weak early draft to try to at least fix the problems. But there's a lot of problems, as we said. Everything is kind of just hitting them at all fronts and all at the same time. Roger set up around bottom. Toby. If he gets spotted, he's just instantly dead.
They've got him. He's trapped in the shards. And there's nothing he can do here. Another death. 0-4-0.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is one of the roughest starts we've seen from an offlane.
And now they're going to make the move down bottom. So they've got a point in slight chain, in the chains now for Aramis to line up the arrows. There is Roger set up now, though, for the snowball in case an arrow does connect. In general, he just goes right back top. He's like, okay, Shad, you want to try to lane versus me? Bring it on.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And we see mid, Iceberg. Yeah, like we said, they're hitting all fronts on the side of Na'Vi. So Viking, they're going to get split up all around the map, but they have to
try and
capitalize.
Iceberg.
Spear off the mark.
It is. He's still gonna. Is he still gonna die? Yes, he is. They've got enough damage with the 4 of them. Doesn't matter that the spear's off the mark. Job's still a good one.
Yeah, nicely done. And Shad's going to be able to walk in and at least take one of the bounties, and we see Toby take the other. So it's going to be actually 3 bounties, it looks like, maybe for Viking if they...
Okay. And they
swing.
move it up
Just
top to see if they can get general.
Just kidding. They're actually going for the kill instead.
Yeah.
So it's 2 for 2 bounties, and yeah, running a general, but...
Oh, instantly out with the TP. And whoo, that's close. Boom, nearly at him. Nearly at him. But very smart move there for general. As soon as he sees them coming in, just no sticking around.
But again, Iceberg respawns back to mid lane. Aramis, he's like, oh god, it's 10 minutes, catapult wave. I got to arrow the catapult. Arrow away. Roger tanks it.
Very
he knows.
nice.
He sees what,
you gotta keep
what they're
those,
planning.
keep those siege creeps alive.
I can't believe that's actually the plan. Like, that's actually what they have to do. It's so ridiculous, but...
Dire's bottom tower.
It's bringing everybody to the mid lane to try to stall this, but this tower is going down.
Oh, let's try for the tower, and I won't get it. He's gonna bring the Iceberg very close to his first time. I mean, what do you expect? Is he gonna go for the blink?
Roche, I think.
Oh,
on who?
On Iceberg. Was he want to get first?
Yeah, blink for sure. I think now Na'Vi. I think top is the easier choice, but I think they actually could force the Roche. But I think if they take top, they can easily walk into Roche pit, and I have no idea how Viking can test. Right now, Viking has to make the most out of the map as possible.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
There we
attack.
go. Yeah, so they've got that solid setup now from Iceberg. They can get in with a. I mean, this blink stun's going to set up for a lot down the lines. Just having that blink stun initiation against the lifestealer and the Ember into the silence from the DP.
Yeah, and I mean they're looking to push themselves, but Navi's responding. Viking can't take this fight here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's what Iceberg's looking for. He's going to try with the stun onto Boom, but Boom's able to dodge it.
Nice dodge.
He's
In
away.
general, he's just going to push top faster than the entirety of Viking pressures the mid lane.
Dire's top tower.
But at least bottom, we do see Viking, they're getting that trade. You know, like we said, they need to get a lot out of the map here in this early to try to take advantage of Na'Vi.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're going to smoke and see if they can get something still with this.
Dire's top tower is under
dragon
attack.
form.
Tower has fallen.
Doing a wraparound. Oh. They're going to jump on. They want a bigger target. They don't want Celery. They want to try to catch the Ember.
Oh, they might have to just settle for him.
Yeah, they just settle.
Dire's
Na'Vi.
top tower is under attack.
Continuing to get these kills, getting the space, of course, whilst this is all happening. V-Tune just having all the space in the world to work with. As it's another game where he's already 2k pretty much ahead of Shad, and no signs of slowing down.
And he's going to have his item timings at such a ridiculous pace. Like, the fact that he already had Tread's Dragonlance at 10 minutes was insane. He's almost got the Hurricane Pike finished on top. So he's already going to counter
You'll have to do better
pretty
than
much
that.
anything that Viking has to get onto him.
And they were trying to get him there, but they read it with the scan. He's away. This whole move with the Moonlight will be dodged. And V2 can continue to farm.
And Na'Vi, they're looking for the fight again. I feel like they can always look for the fight on the side of Na'Vi versus Viking.
They get the catch on the mid. It's down to Iceberg getting him with the jump stun.
They could set up a Gust first, and then he can jump and stun, because then they can't counter it. But they actually don't go for it. Both teams just playing on their
10
sides.
seconds until Dragon forms back up.
Okay, so they're just waiting for that.
Now they're good to go.
It's a decent positioning for Viking, though, on the high ground with Toby.
We're going to scout things out here. And yeah, they're going to
Their
see coming
spells.
in.
Yeah.
So Vikings able to step away. Just keeping themselves around Shad, making sure that he's able to farm safely.
There's another. I mean, they're going for round 2. They really want to try to get something here with the smoke. They've got their mech, so they do have a lot of heals that are going to come into the fight.
Is under attack.
But yeah, Navi, they just back up, finish up these next few items. But this is a drow farming under a ward. Viking might be able to punish this.
See if Boom and Toby can do it. Here we go. Onto Vici they have, and they've got the setup. Just turn with the gust, but the spear already came out, pinning him to the arena wall. Always want to fly him with the swap, though. The save's going to be there now. They can turn with the silence down to the Ember. Whew! He's gone. Toby's out with the TP in time. They get the big kill there. Boom goes down. Just unable to make that move onto Vici. Just a little too leveled, a little too, you know, farmed right now, even for these two heroes that have quite a lot of, you know, some damage between them with this combo. The Ember and the Mars, it wasn't enough to get the drow out.
I'm confused why they only went with 2 heroes. They 100%, they saw him for a long time farming there. They had to bring Aramis. Like, that's your killer. Your Mirana is your damage provider with these 2 heroes as well. I'm very confused why they tried to go for that with just 2 heroes when you know how farmed V-Tune is.
Yeah, you're not killing him that easy.
No, they had to set up with a 3rd hero. They have to have the Miranda. They have to have Aramis at pretty much every one of those kills because his damage is necessary. They need everybody at this point because of how far behind they are. This Starfall, or the Starstorm, is actually their highest damage nuke compared to the Spear.
Maybe he's just busy thinking about siege creeps.
I mean, maybe.
That's like, all right, that's what his job is. Aramis is on the siege creep watch.
They're Moonlight Shadowing in, but it's under an Obs and a Sentry. Navi, instantly port to react.
Oh, ready Celery. Taking quite a bit of a hit here, and Celery's going to get left to back it. No one else is going to stick around. They'll let Celery go. Already the chase going to begin. General looking for Aramis. Aramis is away. As the rest of Viking will be able to split and get out. So
God,
just nothing done about this drow, V-Tune.
Yeah.
He's massive. I don't know what they're going to do about this drow, because so far they don't seem to show that they've got anything for it.
And it's not even just the drow is the thing. It's, you know, it's General as well who's farming the same as your Lifestealer from the off lane, and he may have just found Aramis now. Oh, silence off the mark.
Yeah, a little off with the timing, but Roger.
He's there.
It works out better. Makes him use the leap charges.
Sure. And now looking for another one, Shad. Getting pushed off of the wave as soon as he is able to finally show. And yeah, this game feeling just so damn hard for Viking to really do anything. They need like 3-4 heroes to make any move. To really just to kill any of these cores. The cores are just too tanky.
Yeah.
And look at this from Navi. They can set up for kills with just 2.
They've got the gust. And have they got the damage? Not quite. Boom. Oh, whoa. He's out with another remnant. And he will live.
That was close.
Looking a little panics there, but he's away. V-Tune though. How are we doing? Level 12. Yash is coming
Down
out.
bottom.
And they got the jump. And they got the damage.
Yep.
Toby down
Navi with
again.
with this advantage, they can make the plays with 2 on Navi. They can actually threaten kills because Viking's so weak. Viking, they need 3-4 heroes to be looking to make these plays.
Gonna try and chase here for the Venge.
They got a good
V-Tune
spot
is
up top.
still around. They're running in on this. There's the boom. Yeah, he's got that yours to protect him from the silence. Always want to fly. Looks like he is going to get taken out as he's left behind it, but they do manage to turn and get Aramis for this.
No remnants.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to jump out. He's got a sleight of fist to dodge the snowball, but the damage is there. As Boom goes down, Viking, they may have got the Venge, but losing 2 heroes for it. And more action for V-Tune. I mean, honestly, with the way this is going, this could even be a series where V-Tune just doesn't die at all.
Mm-hmm. It definitely feels like it's going to be like that in this game. I mean, when you kill the drow, it actually just feels bad for you. Because, you know, you killed the drow in the fight, but her aura is still lingering, so... Really feels like Viking got nothing out of that there.
The Venge, right. He said the drow.
I said the drow? Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Maybe Viking were confused as well. They're like, yes, we got the drow. Oh, wait, that was the Venge.
You know what I meant.
And there we go. Grove Bow for the drow.
No.
Very nice for V-Tune. Next up, next thing you know, they'll be finding a telescope when those ones are out.
If it gets to 27 minutes, because this one's looking pretty rough.
Oh, Aquila, though. What would you rather have on the if you're playing drow? Yeah, the Grove Bow every day. You just love the range.
All day.
Yeah.
Especially with Venge.
Gotta agree.
You just you're just sitting. You're not even close to the fights.
Oh,
Scan comes
they
out.
scanned him.
Oh no, Toby.
Oh, they know he's here. Oh, no, he's
General.
hiding.
Scanning.
He's
General's
glimmering.
hunting. Oh, he's out of the team.
Oh.
He's away.
Feels like it's going to be Viking farming for farming forever this game, because I think even with all this any amount of farm that they get really on Chad, I just don't know how they match Na'Vi. Navi's draft is just, it's so well rounded with their tri-core.
Yeah.
And with these two supports just enable these 3 cores so much more, especially with Drow. Like Venge and Tusk with the Drow just feels like might just be like one of the best duos you can have with it, in terms of just innate damage that comes out from them. And Viking just trying to get any type of farm on the map. You can see how avoidant they are of these fights. And I'm really surprised Na'Vi hasn't just forced the Rosh at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have the tools to. No doubt about it. I mean, I think so far they're probably just having fun killing Viking. Boom.
I think they are just having fun killing.
He's away. See if General still is able to find the setup.
They're just going to claim 4 bounties, or at least 3 bounties. Boom will be able to get the 1, but
I'll take that.
they press forward and get 3. And they get an Arcane Rune. Okay, the Dream Rune for Iceberg. Now maybe even just able to threaten the tier 2 mid and then look for that Rosh.
Yeah,
But top Aramis, he's actually spotted. V-Tune's making his own ganks.
And he's got it.
Is under attack.
Easy solo kill for V-Tune. And mid lane, with the swap out onto Iceberg. Tell him with the stun onto Boom. Roger running in. Look at the damage for Boom. Infest heal comes into play. Boom's going to be fine. And now Mars. Toby's TPing in. Always want to fly with the swap to the side. Keeping Roger safe. V-Tune's moved
still
over.
alive.
They've got the backup here. He heads in with the silence. Now onto the Ember. And Ember, he's dead. General, he's going in with the ultimate. They've cleaned up a third. And now Shad and Toby, they've got to run. Iceberg, he's going to chase Shad's going to go for the rage CP out. He'll make it away himself. But it's another just easy few kills for Na'Vi. And yeah, the fact that neither of them die, not even always want to fly.
No.
Dancing around one another. Now they can look for Roche.
Now they can do it.
They've got a couple of kills. They know there's no chance of Viking threatening this. Still a few seconds left on the ultimate, the exorcism.
Oh, and this one feels well and truly over. It's 16-3. There's no damage. It's not getting better.
Just very good stuff from Na'Vi. And I think, honestly, I think Vikings are going to be a little bit disappointed with their own performance because
I agree.
It does not feel like the Viking that we've been seeing so far at this tournament, especially that last series, the previous series where they played against Alliance. They destroyed them. The draft, the play was excellent. Here against Na'Vi, in both of these games, they just look completely lost.
Yeah, their draft just, it doesn't look like the Viking draft that we're used to seeing and used to like seeing them play super aggressive. They just can't do anything this game. They're so outdrafted and so outlaned. It was literally a 3-lane loss, and then they just can't do anything. It's 17-3, Owen.
Yeah, just 22 minutes, 9K lead. Yeah, I mean, Na'Vi as well, to give credit to them, of course, in the games that we've seen from them, they have been crushing it, but to do this here against Viking, a team that's had some very, very scary looking performances, this really does go to show that Na'Vi is putting in the work, and both approaches to the games have just completely caught Viking by surprise, it seems. I don't know what they do from this position. They're just falling further and further behind. V-Tune, I mean, he's been sort of the wonder performer from Na'Vi in all of their games, but again today, these two carry performances, you don't get any better than this. He's just not dying. They've never been able to catch him in both of the games, and his farm has been incredible. I don't think anyone else could farm faster than he has, given the space that's been available for him. This is some perfect movements from the draft.
No, yeah, Na'Vi absolutely did their homework coming into this series, because the drafts just look so damn perfect for them with what they're up against now.
There we go, always want to fly. Swap out on Iceberg. V-Tune steps back. He's able to get the silence down, but he is caught in the arena. Spears down onto always want to fly. V-Tune gonna get saved for now by the snowball. The exorcism coming in. V-Tune's still alive. He's able to get to the high ground, turn over towards the Mars.
He's still alive.
Hand of God comes in. Toby tries to push it back with the God's Rebuke, but V-Tune's got the kill. Remnants out. Over to the side. They've got the silence back up. They're going to be able to silence Boom. Another Yules, giving him a bit of safety, but the gust is there.
Another
As he comes
silence.
crashing down. V-Tune's able to kill him. It's a double kill for V-Tune. They cannot kill the Drow. Drow just alive at all costs. General, he's stepping out there, does die to the Infest Burst. They'll kill him off. And V-Tune, of course, he's still got the
Iceberg?
Aegis.
They might kill Iceberg off, though. Will they?
He's going to get away. He's going to get away. V-Tune will go down the once. to the Aegis.
Oh my god, Iceberg will get away though, and he's gonna reinitiate with the stun maybe.
And the shards. Perfect shards from Roger. Trapping Shad in.
The toggle?
Oh, he has got that toggle. And again, he's trying to toggle his way out of this, but they've got the damage. Vincere, he's dying
Celery?
underneath the tower here. He needs to get out of this. The creep's beating onto him. He's going to be able to step away. He's still not dying.
Oh
the
my God.
army of the Chen is trying to kill Vincere.
It almost killed them all.
I mean, they're all so low. Vincire's got a TP out, and he's away. He's away. He's going to live. Iceberg's going to put the BKB go for a TP out too. If they got the physical damage, they don't.
Oh my
Iceberg's
God.
going to live. Always want to fight.
He'll die. He has to die. He always wants to die.
100% die. There's no question about it. Always want to fly. Does die. But the rest of them are out. Vincere is now 12-0-6.
I can't believe how long it took them to kill him. I thought he was going to die initially because the arrow also connected Iceberg at the same time. The fight actually wasn't looking bad for Viking, but then they just couldn't kill V-Tune. General comes in, swoops over.
Oh, man.
Now Viking trying to punch back. They have their Mars ult available. Can't quite catch anything.
No.
I mean, they held though. I mean, it was.
They did hold.
It was tough to hold, but they did.
They did, but you know, now this Drow level 19.
Yeah.
I mean, Shad, he's not too far behind in levels. He's level 17 himself.
There's just so many counters. There's just the silences, the stuns, the BKB piercing disables.
Now they just jump boom. They just jump him. This Dragon Tail into the puncher from Rogers. Just more than enough time for V-Tune to just take him down.
But Aramis just arrowed the catapult.
He got the catapult.
He slowed down the mid push.
He's been doing his
bit.
job. He's used Aramis. We've lost count of the number of catapults he's killed. But I'm sure it's a phenomenal number. A brilliant number. He's killed all the catapults. What have we got here? Iceberg. Full AC. Full AC, a few hundred gold off. And V-Tune, that's going to be the full Guardian. A couple of creep camps. 26 minutes in.
Yeah, they're massive. They're going to complete these items and keep Viking in their base, as it really does feel like Viking does not have a whole lot left in the tank. They're going to try to smoke, catch off guard here. Iceberg, his ult is going to be going down. See if they can actually punch back. But all in the area. You know, General, he still has his ult. They do have everybody else at the ready too. And Iceberg is still strong even without his.
See what he's got here. It's been silenced. For Toby, he's able to get the arena down. Just get the spear onto General. Iceberg moves in with the BKB. Always want to fly, will fall. Over to the side there. V-Tune is just getting all the space in the world to start doing the damage. They do slow him down a little bit with the Yules. Stops a bit of the damage coming straight out. But Roger's in with the chase. They got the punch up into the gust.
Another
onto
silence.
Boom. Boom's out. It's another kill for V-Tune. It's just, he just doesn't stop. He just doesn't stop. He's 15-0-6. They cannot kill him. He's killing everybody.
Top tower is under attack.
I mean, this, you know, we've had some impressive games today. You know, Mud Golems against Secret, and now Na'Vi here against Viking. They're just crushing them. They're absolutely crushing them. And V-Tune is just having an incredible time. As this game's over. This game is over.
It's been over.
I mean, it's
been over for a very, very long time.
And there we go. GG and Na'Vi. I mean, my goodness, they couldn't have done this whole series any cleaner. They really couldn't. V-Tune, he was 20-0-6 in game 1. He was 16-0-8 in game 2. You know it's rough when it's been a whole series, and for Viking, they never killed the carry. They could not kill the carry fault.
No, Na'Vi came, I think this draft especially, this one was just, it really felt impossible. Like, lane started and we looked and we're like, I don't know how Viking actually does well in any of the lanes. I mean, mid, Ember could have done well, but Iceberg actually did incredible in the lane. And then, yeah, I feel like the whole lineup kicks in together. Na'Vi's every single hero synergizes perfectly. Yeah. Vikings just, especially with what they're up against, just can't do anything.
And of course, for as excellent as V-Tune's play was, it was team around him, just making sure that he never died. The saves from the supports and everything, they were always able to hold fights in a way that Viking couldn't get to the draft.
Yeah, it was very, very good coordination, very good team play coming out for Na'Vi, and they came prepared, and you could tell they looked a lot better today than Viking. Viking, it didn't even look like the same team that we were used to. Viking just looked totally out of it.
Absolutely. Both of these games, just not a chance from Viking. As Na'Vi excellently doing it here with this 2-0 against Viking, and all in all, I think a very exciting day here in Dota 2. We've seen Mud Golems push it to the top against Secret, and then